Perceptions of color harmony can be highly personal to people receiving results, I have found over the years. And this happens both in person and virtually. I've seen in person color analysis clients contact me weeks later questioning their results along with virtuals. And I find this most happens where situations where people have been thinking they are a completely different color analysis palette before their color analysis, and when they're in their right colors, their natural coloring is magnified and they haven't seen that in a while. And all eyes are on them because everything they're wearing is harmonious with them, and they are the focus, and that is a perception shift. I also see in my comments frequently people commenting, oh, my natural hair color has never been best for me. Those would be people that I would suggest don't align with getting a color analysis done, because color analysis is about magnifying your natural coloring, and if somebody is commenting that their natural coloring has never been best, means their perception of color harmony is out of alignment with color analysis principles, which is totally cool, but it's just a different methodology. I'm going to take my friend Gayla, who I color analyzed in a video posted this week, and you can go back to that video if you're interested. She is a true spring, and it happens often where, for example, let's say Gayla wasn't embracing her true spring result, and for years Gayla has been wearing summer colors and coloring her hair a summer family color. What does a professional do, for example, if Gayla writes in and says, you're wrong, these colors are better? If you're a color analysis professional watching this, I'm very sure you know that this situation happens. And that is the most complicated situation as part of a color analysis professional's work, is dealing with people's personal perceptions of color harmony. So perhaps, I'm going to give an example, perhaps Gayla may see this picture as her coloring being drained, but over here, what's happening to her coloring is shadowing and redness is happening to her face. But sometimes people think this is adding color, and it's not. It's adding shadowing and patchy and redness. The fabric's overwhelming her. It makes it extremely difficult, too, from a professional's perspective, if somebody like Gayla wrote in and saying, True Spring is wrong, give me a refund. It's like, what is a professional supposed to do? Perhaps Gayla's even posting online that Carol was completely wrong and never go to her because I'm definitely a true summer. It happens. And so what is a professional supposed to do? If you're somebody in this situation processing results, with any color analysis professional, with any system, my first piece of advice would be to understand the color analysis checks of the system. And if you're interested in the checks that I do, I will tag a video below where I posted recently a full video of me doing the color analysis checks. And if you want to do these on yourself, I would recommend covering your hair regardless if it is colored or natural, because I find people have a tendency who aren't experienced in color analysis to want to match what colors they're wearing to the surface coloring of their hair, and that's not color analysis. And so cover your hair regardless, and the checks that I do are in the video tag below. The second thing I would do is find out the specific colors tested in the color analysis system that you were assessed within, because I find people even send in pictures questioning their results, and they're in colors that I wouldn't even test. A great example is somebody who received a true autumn result and she was questioning the True Autumn result and sending pictures
Of her.
her in a True Summer yellow, and thinking it was a white in the True Autumn palette. And so, really find out the colors used of the system and test those out. The third thing that I would do is once you're draped in white with your hair covered in white and obviously with no makeup on, that is your natural coloring. And so really look at your natural coloring in that state. And because color analysis, when you're in the right fabrics, will magnify that. And sometimes that can be a bit scary or unfamiliar to you, perhaps. A great example, too, of that is I have videos posted out there where I'm comparing a True Autumn orange to a True Summer color, and people post on my videos saying, oh, the True Autumn is better, and because they think that adding shadowing and yellow color to my skin makes it look healthier, and that's not the case. I look jaundiced and patchy. And so people's perceptions of color harmony sometimes are different to what is checked in color analysis. And sometimes it could be cultural. I have found, based on various communities, sometimes there's an extreme like and dislike or gravitation toward colors as part of cultural heritage, and totally cool, but that's a different thing to color analysis, and so just be aware of that as well. And finally, my last piece of advice is, if you have been ruminating about a color analysis result for a long time, I would just set it aside and go on, move on, and wear the colors that you love. Because color analysis is supposed to be fun, and that's not fun if you're ruminating and feeling emotional for a long time about color analysis results. I've met people that it's taken them 5+ years to accept a result given by a professional. So just go on with life and don't worry about it. Color analysis is supposed to be fun, easy, and efficient, and if you're ruminating about results, that's not any of those in my opinion. So hopefully somehow this video helps from a professional's perspective. Again, it makes it really tricky if, for instance, Gayla wrote in and said, she's not a true spring. I don't know what to say in those situations. It does help if you're getting, say, a color analysis report, because you can have the visuals on hand, which is different from in-person color analysis, because you don't leave with, in many cases, the visuals provided from a virtual color analysis. But sometimes I find people don't even see the details there. Let's say Gayla didn't see that this color was better than this color. I've had that happen in person. So I don't know what to do or say in those situations, but yeah, so those are just my thoughts if you're processing results. I hope somehow this helps. This was another morning video in my house coat and nightgown. Someone thought that this was a blouse or something in the last video. I totally record these videos many times in this house coat. I'm glad you liked it though.